Hola, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos. We're here, we're queer, we ain't got no fear. Welcome back to another ancestral reading here with me, papi-Yugi. And just before we begin, no one told you today I love you. You're beautiful, you're magical, you're a divinity. I'm grateful you exist. I'm grateful you're breathing. I'm grateful you're alive. And that we get to witness and exchange energy in this moment. So, we're gonna get into this Gemini season. Happy Gemini season. Today is May 20th. And to all the Geminis out there, happy solar return. And we're just getting into it. I already had some cards pulled and shuffled. And yeah, so stay tuned. We're gonna see what the ancestors gotta say. It's also a beautiful day, so if y'all got time to get outside today, I highly encourage it. So, there's two parts to the collective right now for this Gemini season. So there's basically just two timelines we may be able to hop onto this Gemini season. It really just depends on where we're at, and also depends on our connection not only with ourselves, but with nature, with spirits, with our ancestor, with the divine, whoever you commune with, to each their own. I'm not here to judge. You work with spirit in the ways you need to work. Thank you. Hello. The trees want to say that they love us, so I'm just relaying that message. Beautiful. Thank you. So, okay, I see how it is now. So overall, we are going to be experiencing a collective similarity to Gemini season. For some of us, though, we are going to have a bridging moment. So we may not start the season in, I don't want to say good or bad, but there's 4 cards over here, there's 2 over here. These cards look a lot more promising, we'll say. Well, these 2, not bad. Again, they're just cards. So actually, let me show you. So we got integration, and we got integration with death in the reverse. Ooh. This one's really feeling like taking deep breaths, like inhale, exhale, because it doesn't feel heavy. It feels very pressured. It feels like there's a lot of pressure right now. But not, again, nothing's good or bad. It's giving this pressure as if like the diamond under pressure. And with this integration, again, we have a snake right there. Y'all can see that. We are in the wood snake here. But this pressure I'm feeling, it feels like this is the pressure for some of us to go from coal to diamond. And we need to crack under this pressure. And I just feel these are 2 very potent, powerful cards to be put together. But this Gemini season, so master number 33. Yeah, this Gemini season is going to bring about a lot of shedding of layers of abuse, trauma. Spontaneous endeavors. Okay. I guess to sum that up, that's getting very impulsive. We're shedding away those layers of impulsivity, of abuse, of trauma, to truly begin walking and taking the steps needed to get in alignment, to get into this bridge moment, to get into these other sets of cards. The pressure comes from this fear of death in the reverse. And just, death is such a very heavily connotated word. Is that how you say it? Connotated? Yeah. However, it's in the reverse. This means that we are prolonging this death. We are prolonging this shift. We are prolonging this evolution. Because we may not be truly living up to the 33 master number of teaching others what we've integrated, teaching others what we've learned. Or, I'm feeling for some of us, we don't take the time to integrate. We get the information, we just want to keep passing it on. That's not really, what's the word? Suitable? Okay, that's not really suitable. However, we will see that this bridge moment and this Gemini season doesn't have to be so pressurized, because when we learn to embrace death and we learn to really like, hello, okay, we're actually gonna experience and lean into this evolution. And look, it's a bull, it's Taurus. I feel like this is perfect, like this perfect time. Like we're coming out of this stability and comfort and just sensuality of Taurus and going into something that's super quick and rapid and informative, like Gemini. Because Gemini is very much like to take in all information, and they generally like to have all the information. That way they could relay the message or reshare that information with as much minimalism as possible. That's like what Geminis are about. They're the messenger. So they could have this whole giant just portfolio, agenda, essay of information. 555 on the clock, y'all. 555 on the clock. I almost missed that, but look, we caught that literally like right at the second too. There's a lot of change, confirmation of change and evolution. We're talking about the death. We're gonna actually leave this upright because we're alchemizing with these cards. But Geminis could have this whole essay and they literally will know how to like summarize it in a sentence or two, or give the synopsis. Like, that's just Gemini energy. Their mind is always going, calculating, processing. The death card is also an 8 energy, which is all about abundance. Literally, if we want to be in our abundance, we have to allow death to happen. We have to allow ourselves, our old versions of living and being and thinking and everything to, I guess die is a little violent. We'll just say shed away. Because again, we're talking about integration with the snake. We're shedding it away. Why? Because at the core, we're still who we are. It's just that old skin no longer serves us. So we're peeling it off. So lean into this change. Lean into this evolution. Allow the doors to open up. Shedding the skin. Knowing and affirming that we are grounded and safe in this present moment and in no matter what's happening in life. Because that is truly how we just come into better union. Keeping ourselves protected, keeping ourselves cleansed, keeping ourselves in high vibrations and alignment. That's gonna bridge us into this next wave of Gemini season. Alright, so we got unlimited possibilities in the reverse. That wants to focus. We got that with New Day. And then we got divine timing in the reverse with grounding. Honestly, y'all, these cards, like seeing them all lined up together just really gives psychedelic. Like, it's just really giving psychedelic. And it's interesting because it's reversed, upright, reversed, upright. So it seems like, I don't want to say a line or cycle. What we're just aligning to, there we go. What we're aligning to with the unlimited possibilities in the reverse. Again, as we shed that old skin and we bridge into this new reality, we understand, not even understand, we understand in here, not up here, not down here, in our hearts, that literally nothing is impossible. Like, the sky's not even the limit because there's the expansiveness of space. We are unlimited in our potential. And not only are we unlimited in our potential, but we also recognize the power that we hold within our potential and within our being to also create change for a better future. Not just for ourselves, but for the collective, for the community, for the world. It feels like as we get into alignment this Gemini season, a lot of us are really going to step into, I guess, political roles, or roles that really align with, I guess, political beliefs, values. It's just really giving, some of us are gonna really use our newfound power to be at the forefront of change and injustice and just all that that we be facing. Because it's not just America, that just be on some BS. There are many, many, many governments around the world. However, we, as the creators of our own individual reality, allow ourselves to project subconsciously what it is we like to witness in this reality. Therefore, if we want a better world, we not only project it, we not only feel it, we embody it. That means taking aligned action with it in a loving way, because definitely in this individual perspective, politics definitely have a way of getting else in our head. Honestly, getting all of us in our head. I know from my individual perspective. And it's easy to get very overwhelmed and consumed by the emotions. Regulating our nervous system and regulating ourselves, so when we show up in these ways, is going to help us stand and maintain our power so much better, to actually be heard, and not only be heard, but to be seen, and not only to be seen, but to really see and witness change. Yes, 11:11 on that clock. Yes. And by knowing that, every day is a new day. Like, literally, every day is a new day. Every day is a day for transformation. Every day is another day to rise to our power. Another day is to speak with love and to speak our truth and to be free and fly, because there's a little birdie just flying around right there. Just truly embodying this divine energy. And we also begin to understand that divine timing is, I don't want to say made up, but if time doesn't exist, and if we are the timekeepers, hello, bend and morph and warp and collapse, there's no such thing as divine timing. And that's something I'm actually learning and integrating right now is, bruh, time doesn't exist because it's always present. All it is aligning to the right timeline and frequency. And there it's we got it. And if we don't want to wait for it because we think we have to, then just start doing it, start living it, start being it, start existing in it, start affirming it out loud or inside, but definitely out loud. Open that throat chakra. Vishuddhi, 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 Vishuddhi. Yes. Because what's also going to help us be more in alignment is grounding. And I want y'all to take a breath. Inhale. We'll exhale slowly. Let's shut off the logical mind. Let's open the heart. Relaxing the body. Allowing the transmission from the card to come through. What are we receiving from this grounding card? Messages are being transmitted. This card would like us to each ground in our own unique way that feels most aligned for the individual. Because grounding may look different for each of us, and that's totally fine. So the message that's coming through is the best way for whoever is receiving this to ground, and how that looks for that individual perspective. And transmission is sent. Y'all, I'm telling you, we got joy in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Inner joy, inner peace. It's just a reminder that happiness is a choice, health is a choice, joy is a choice, abundance is a choice. Literally everything is a choice, because we decide what we want to put our attention on, what we want to put our energy towards, what we want to put our focus in, what we want to do. It's also becoming aware of where our mind goes subconsciously and where that is filing in, feeding in. What energies is that feeding into? So joy really is a choice. Happiness, anything we want to feel. Anything we want to feel, anything we want to experience, anything we want to have. It's all our choice. We just have to decide that we have it. We have to decide that we are it. We have to decide that we are not playing by the rules of this physical reality in which we are in. And then at the top of the deck, we got Ascension in the reverse. That wants to focus. There we go. A lot of reverse cards. A lot of inner alchemy happening, but in a very beautiful way. What this ascension is saying is it's not time to really ascend, it's time to descend. And by that, it's go deeper. Go deeper into the heart, go deeper into the mind, go deeper into the body. Just really go deeper into those psyche parts. Go into the void, entering the void. Go into the darkness, lean into the unknown. Because if we're not scared to enter those dark parts within, what makes us think that we would be scared to like go and somewhere unfamiliar to us out here? You know? Maybe easier said than done, but we are affirming in this moment that it is easy and it is simple and it doesn't have to be so tedious or discomforting or whatever word you want to give it. This Gemini season is just feeling. It feels creative, but more in the sense like creating the reality, not like physically creating art, which yes, that could also be a thing, but like I'm really getting this more energy of creating our reality, literally seeing the digitization happen in real time and manifest literally like anything. What's coming to mind is Shark Boy and Lava Girl, for those who know. When he finally unlocks his brain power and his powers of like being on planet Drool, and he just starts freaking manifesting and creating and dreaming up and concocting like everything he wants and needs. That's literally what Spirit is just channeling through right now, because that is how our reality is. It really is like that, and it really is that simple, and it really is. Obviously, there's layers that are going to try to hinder that, and that's why we're shedding it and shedding it and shedding it. Gently, though. Gently. Gently just pulling it back. Okay. Yes. Thank you, old skin. Thank you, old version. But we're peacefully separating and becoming more in love, because I just love y'all. So that is the forecast from the ancestors for this Gemini season. If y'all resonated and enjoyed this reading, like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you feel called to do. Not sure what to comment, go ahead and let us know what made us smile in the comments today, because I want to share the excitement with you. If you would feel called to leave a donation, description will be in the box. Yeah, description. The description will be in the box. Sorry, the donation will be in the description. And yeah, cool. If y'all want to book a one-on-one personal session, hit me up, let me know. That will also be in the description. And if not, I sending prayers of protection, love, peace, gratitude from my heart to all the other hearts of the individual humanoid beings that are resonating with this reading in this moment. And pray that we not only stay protected spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially, but we continue to prosper in all these areas. Reminding ourselves of the divinity and the power and the love that exists within each and every one of us, and allowing us to collectively come together to create lasting, loving change in this physical world. And so it is. Amen. Aho. Ashe. Umetioto. Blessed be. I'll see y'all soon.